If you're watching this video, you want to understand high ticket sales and not only understand it, but understand how to put it into your business the correct way, the same way that we have been doing over the past 2 years in order to generate 1.5 million for the Muslim coaches and consultants in the online space. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Zaid with the Muslim Sales Guys, and today we're going into part 2 of how to input high ticket sales the right way, the same way that we've done over the past 2 years. So, last video we went over everything. I went over everything from the step 1 to step 5. Now this video we're going to be going into step 1 and step 2 with more depth. First step is understanding the ICP of your client or your own business if you want to input this into your own business. And step 2 is organizing the offer and writing the script. So when it comes to understanding the ICP, there's 3 questions that I ask. What specific problem are you solving, right? Are you solving for your ICP? Who are you solving this for? So who exactly are you targeting? And who will you not be solving this problem for? Khair. Now, how to identify your ICP? There's 4 questions that need to be answered in order to understand your ideal customer profile. First one, who would benefit the most from your service? Second is, how easily accessible are they? Third, do they have the buying power to pay you what you're worth? And fourth, are they a growing market? Now, once you understand your ICP, you understand who you're targeting. Now you need to understand how you're going to solve the problem for your ICP. Why is this important? 1, to make sure you're not setting false expectations in the funnel and or sales call. And 2, to know what material you have to build out the offer and organize the script. Then you need to also understand the sacrifice that it takes to achieve the solution. So for your clients to achieve whatever solution that you set out for them or that you're promising them, the sacrifice. Sacrifice, especially in the business world, usually just means money and time, right? Money plus time equals sacrifice, and that's it. Once you have all this information, then we go into the organization, right? Now we'll organize the offer into a 3-step method using the 3 main activation points that a client would need to go through for the solution to be possible. The goal is to make it as simple as possible for your clients to understand and to relate to, especially when pitching it to them on a sales call, inshallah. The reason why I say 3 steps is because you don't want to have a bunch of words and showcase all this stuff, which is what I see a lot of business people do in the first place. It's like you want to tell them every little thing that you've set up because it took you so much time and effort, and so you want to showcase the value by going into too much detail. That's not what they want. They just want the 3 things that they have to do in order to get the result. Now, the basic outline of our script, it's the same thing as an actual sales call. So you have the rapport, the framing, the discovery, the pitch, the close, and the objection handling tactics on the bottom, right? That's how we have our sales script, and that's how we build out our sales scripts. And I'm going to actually show you an example, inshallah. So here is the Muslim Sales Guys sales playbook. If you guys want this document, by the way, you can get it inside of our school. Khair. So we have the pre-call, right? The prep. This just teaches you the mental state you need to be in before getting onto a call. Alhamdulillah. Right, there's a pre-state you get into before you get on a sales call. You want to be calm and focused. You don't want to be rushed, stressed, or just finishing your food. There are specific things that we say here, but the best advice I can give you guys for this pre-call thing is figure out what you need to do in order to feel your best before a call. Write that down to remind yourself and follow that, inshallah, because what makes me feel good before a call might not be exactly what makes you feel good before a call. Just figure yourself out and then write it down so you can remind yourself to always be at 100%. Then you actually have the call script. You have the introduction or the rapport. And the reason for this step, like I mentioned before, is to break the ice. An example of what I was saying, it's right here. Assalamu alaikum. How's everything going? Can you hear me? Is now still a good time? Where are you calling from today? Things that break the ice, that make you seem more human. You know, what I like to do is get them to maybe smile a little bit, laugh, and showcase there that they're not going through this very, very gruesome process. You have to remember, guys, that they are also getting on a call with a stranger. So especially if you're new to closing, you're like, I'm so nervous, blah, blah, blah. The person you're talking to, 9 times out of 10, has some type of nervousness to them as well and would like you to break the ice and showcase that this is a normal environment. Then you go from, like I was saying, report to setting the actual frame. Examples that you can write down. Okay, just for context, I'm looking for 3 main things from you. The first one, to have a better understanding of why you're interested in this program, right? Number 2 is seeing if you have the money and time for this to make sense. And number 3, trying to see if I think we can help. And if so, I'll walk you through how we'll do so from A to Z, or Z if you are not American. These are different examples that you guys can use, inshallah, but I'm not going to go through all of them. Then you have the discovery. These questions are suggestions. The most important is that you get the results that these questions are designed to create. Very important point here, guys. The intention behind these questions is way more important than the actual questions, because the questions are framed in a way that is natural for my brother, actually. He's the one who wrote this out, right? Which wouldn't be the same that's natural for me or you, correct? Now we have the pain and current situation questions. And I'm not going to go through all of this, but very quickly, the point of this scripting is so that you can remember all the nuanced things throughout the call to refer back to on the fly. Me personally, I like to have a checkbox, or maybe you wrote some of the things down, you check them off as you go. However makes sense for you, whatever works best for you, something to remember the rules. That's all it is, right? These are all different type of questions that you can ask, but this is for a different video, and this is an entire video in itself going over the discovery. We're going to go to the transition and the pitch. The transition is just when you transition from the discovery to the actual pitch, and lots of people struggle here. So what we decided to do is write this down to remind you guys, right? This is how we transition. So now you're done with the discovery. You ask all your questions. You made them cry 5 times, blah, blah, blah. So from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, the main things for you are A, B, C, D. You know, you want to be shorter. You're too tall and strong, and too many people find you handsome, so you want to be a bit uglier. Khair, right? And then you state their main frustrations. Based on what you mentioned, I believe we can help you. It would be fine to show you how everything works. That's the transition. We write this down because so many people struggle with this. Then you have the offer, permission, goal. This right here is just letting them know what the mission behind what you're doing is, what the goal behind what you're doing is, and this incentivizes people to get behind your mission, to get behind your story. Now, khair, the pitch, here we are, right? Remember I was saying we broke it down into 3 steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Let's just say that this was an offer for marketing, right? We're going to teach you, first of all, we're going to understand your entire lead generation and how you're getting leads right now. Then we're going to come up with a plan as to how we're going to get you 56 leads by the end of the month. And then we're going to execute the plan in order to get you those 56 leads. And the way we're going to support you through this is explain to them, I'm going to hold your hand through A to Z. You have live calls. You're going to be talking to executives, whatever it is, right? So we broke it down into 3 steps. And then in the support side, show them how we support them through their journey, right? And then we have the temp check, which is asking them How do they feel? You need to confirm that the lead feels good about the program. So, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel about how everything looks? And then the close, all right, teaching you guys how to actually close and all this stuff. Everything that I'm showing you right here is there are examples based off of what we've done. Okay? So what I want you guys to do is take this and then reiterate it to match your own offer. But this is what a script looks like. And we have the objection handling, which we already had a video going over, but this is how it looks. This is how the script looks. Alhamdulillah. If you guys have any questions, you guys want to learn, or maybe you guys have any comments, put it down below. Bi'idhnillah. Also, if you look at all this and you're just like, I really don't feel like doing this, let us know. Inshallah, we'll get it done for you. Barakallahu feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.